My mother shaved my head and dressed me like a boy out of shame. I was 14 when my mother shaved my head in front of the mirror. She didn't say a word. She just grabbed me by the arm, sat me down on the kitchen chair, and turned on the clippers. I cried, begged, but she was determined. Decent girls don't provoke, Amelia, was the only thing she said as the buzzing passed over my scalp. My hair was long, straight, almost down to my waist. I had always taken care of it. I brushed it myself because she didn't like wasting time on nonsense. That afternoon, it was all gone in minutes. When she was done, she forced me to look at myself in the mirror. Now no one will look at you with desire. Now you'll be safe. Safe from what? I asked, trembling. From yourself. You won't embarrass me anymore. What my mother couldn't stand was that I was developing. My body was changing. I had hips, breasts, and that made her feel threatened. She said I looked like a slut every time I wore a dress or smiled in public. After the haircut came the clothes. She threw all my dresses into a bag and took me to my cousin's old room. He didn't live there anymore. She pulled out pants, shirts, even a pair of men's shoes. She threw them at me without looking. From now on, this is what you'll wear. For how long? Until you learn. I didn't know what learn meant. I just knew I couldn't go outside without neighbors asking if I was a boy, or go to school without being pointed at. What happened to you? Why do you look like that? Are you trans? I didn't know how to explain what had been done to me, and no one stood up for me. My mother had already called the school to say it was just a phase, that I was confused, and that she preferred I be treated as a boy. My friends avoided me. My teachers wouldn't look me in the eye. I ate alone. I hid in the bathrooms during recess. At home, my mother reinforced the law. She called me Emilio in front of others. She made me walk straight without swinging my hips. She forbid me from crossing my legs, wearing perfume, or using makeup. You don't see it, but I'm saving you, she'd say every time I pushed back. The truth came out one afternoon in November. My Aunt Clara showed up unannounced. I opened the door, and it took her several seconds to recognize me. Is that you, Amelia? I nodded, lowering my head. She came in and looked for my mother. They argued in the living room. I listened from the hallway. You're sick, Elena. You can't do this to your daughter. You don't understand. You didn't see the way men looked at her. She's my daughter, Clara, and I don't want her to end up like me. That's when I understood. It all came from her past, from her trauma. My mother had been a victim of something, and instead of healing, she turned it into a chain and locked it onto me. My aunt hugged me that night. She told me I wasn't alone, that I could go with her if I wanted, and I did. I lived with Clara for the next 2 years. She let my hair grow. She bought me clothes I liked. She listened, but the damage didn't go away so easily. When I was 17, I saw my mother again. It was at a cousin's funeral. She barely recognized me. She looked me up and down and curled her lips. You're going down the same path, she said without even greeting me. No, Mom, I'm going down mine. I turned away and never looked back.